We're here at the Yummy Thai restaurant in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we're here with Becky. And I believe when you hear Becky's story, you'll hear a immigration story different than any other that you've heard. This is more typical of immigrants to the United States. Becky, thank you for agreeing to be with us
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Now, can you tell me where you lived before you immigrated to the United States?
We live in Laos. Vientiane is known as Vientiane, Laos. It's a
Okay.
country.
And what did your family do there?
My mom's a nurse and my dad's in the military.
Okay. And what made you decide to leave Laos and come to the United States?
I don't have that much memory, but I remember my dad's in military. When the communist conquered Laos or took over, the old the people who the old military
Right.
have to, well, they get rid of them, all of them. So they captured my dad in the camp, which very far, we don't know where it is. So they captured all the high rank, all the high rank military people, and my dad, decided to send us across Laos to get to Thailand.
So it was a matter of survival that the communists were killing anyone who worked with the United States or who worked on the part of freedom, right?
I'm not sure, but they captured all, because he also, while he worked for military, he under American, and all those people they captured all of them. They sent to the camp. Half of them smart enough to send their family before it happened. But my dad, he feel that he's so loyal to the country, so he stayed behind. And when they start coming and capture, if you get him, that's when he feel that we have to do something, so send us across.
So he sent your mother and 3 children, you and a brother and a sister, right?
Yes.
To Thailand.
To Thailand.
And how long did you stay in Thailand?
Well, let me tell you this, before we cross the Mekong River, we have 3 or 4 of the military people that my dad know, that we paid them to make sure that when we get to the boat,
Right.
it's not a sailboat, I don't know what you call that boat that you
Oh, a longboat, yeah.
Yes. So 3 of them, they have a gun and they have to wear all black, like cover everything black. I remember I was running and rolled down. I was 6 or 7 years old. The boat is so tiny. The water keep coming. They have a gun. They all 3 have gun, and they're like watching to make sure it's no other communists.
So at 6 years old, you were doing what Navy SEALs do, right?
Yeah, it was kind of, well, to us it was funny and scary at the same time.
Right.
So when we cross the Mekong River, the water is getting into the boat, so we have to get the bucket to make sure the water
Right.
is off the boat.
And then you stayed in Thailand for how long? Just a short period of
4
time?
or 5 years in a
Oh.
camp, in the refugee camp.
Oh, wow. In a refugee camp, 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the opportunity to come to the United States.
Yes, we get. My mom worked in the camp. She's a nurse, so she's helping out. And the American, they asked her where she want to go, so she decided to come to America instead. A lot of people go to Paris, Australia, different part of the world.
Right. Do you know why she picked the USA?
Because my dad came here before when he go to school in Texas.
Right.
So she knows someone that a friend of my dad. And they said that if they come here, they will sponsor us.
Okay, so you had a sponsor.
Yeah, we have a sponsor.
Yeah. Now, when you landed at the airport, you landed at Kennedy, is that right?
Yes.
And how much money do you think your mother had on her at that time?
I don't remember. I believe she don't have that much.
Like $5, I think.
Probably.
I've
And we
heard.
all have a tag with a number.
Yeah.
Like, like in it's a tag, a big tag saying, our number,
Right.
a case number or something. That's what they call.
Yeah.
So that way that your sponsor know or recognize who
I
they're
gotcha.
sponsoring.
And you kids wanted soda, right?
You want
A
Sprite.
can
A
of Sprite.
can of Sprite.
Okay, and she used half of the money that she had
Yes.
to get you a Sprite, and
Yeah.
2 Sprites, and 3 kids split 2
Split the soda.
Okay. When you left Kennedy, do you remember where you went?
We went to the sponsor that
Right.
brought us over here to America. They have a house, an apartment for us already, and they provide some clothes and like an apartment that we can stay. And we have no
Right.
car and we have no heat in that apartment for a while.
So you wouldn't describe your start in America as easy, would you?
No, it's
It was
not.
very difficult,
It's
wasn't
very,
it?
very difficult.
Very hard.
Yes.
But you were determined, and you had a work ethic
Yes.
that let you overcome all of these obstacles,
Of
didn't
course, definitely.
you? And well, how did you end up? Where did you end up permanently in the United States?
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
That's where we go. After we stayed there about 7. I'm not quite sure. We couldn't move around.
Right.
Because my mom. So we end up here in Florida, like, permanent.
Yeah, and you like it here?
We loved it here, and my mom, she liked it here. The weather seemed like us, your country, and she don't like snow. Yeah.
I understand. I don't either. I just had some of your mother's birthday cake a couple weeks ago, didn't
Yeah,
I?
she turned 70.
70 years old, wow. And how did you get into the restaurant business?
I got laid off and tried to look for a job for maybe 4 or 5 years. Can't find any job. My husband, he's a nurse, so we decided to open a restaurant because he loved cooking. That's his passion. He want to cook, and I have a customer service. So we said, you know what, let's open a restaurant with the help of the family. So we were able to open this place.
And that's the way the Laotian ethic is, that if one person's in business, the whole family's in business,
That's
aren't they?
correct.
To make sure that it's successful.
Yes.
Well, I'd have to say that as a customer of your restaurant,
Thank you.
some of the finest eating I've ever done
I appreciate it.
has been a feast here. And I want to say that I personally am very happy and proud that you chose the United States and that you endured the hardship that you did. And I believe by hearing your story, Americans that may not be educated as to how hard it actually is to come here and become part of the United States, I hope they've had their eyes open just a little bit to the determination that you and your family had, and the obstacles that you had to overcome, and that you feel as much American as anybody else, I'm imagining, right?
Yes.
I mean, you no longer probably consider yourself Laotian, but American. You still have
Yes.
the tie to Laos,
Thai, Laos, America.
but you're an American. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.
I appreciate your story, and
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to dinner after a while.
Oh, thank you very much
right.
for having me. I appreciate that.
Thank you.